Cougar fans, track and field has a couple of big relay events coming up ahead of its AAC tournament, and men's baseball takes its first series win of the conference over Tulane. I'm VANESSA ONYEKWERE, and this is In the Game. We start off today with track and field. Houston had a good showing at their first outdoor scoring event of the season and was looking forward to carrying that momentum into the Texas Invitational. Some inclement weather saw the Cougars opt not to compete to prepare for a couple of upcoming relay events. Our own reporter, Cameron WOLFE, was out at the Carl Lewis Stadium to talk with the team as they look towards their next outing.
Key injuries to sprinters Cameron Burrell and Tremaine Jefferson caused them to redshirt this year, but the team believes it still has plenty of point scorers to win big.
Well, we're really excited about the sprinters this year. We've had a number of injuries. Tremaine Jefferson's out for the year, Cameron Burrell's out, but we were able to win indoor conference without them. So my objective is to make sure the guys are ready to run. The indoor meet and the outdoor meet are completely different because the indoor meet you have an extra distance and less sprints, and outdoors you have the extra relay and extra 200. So therefore you really get different events and different athletes. So athletes that did not have as much success indoors will be better outdoors. We are really set up to dominate even more as a sprint group outside than we did indoors. And I think that could be the difference in us winning because our distances are going to be more consistent, and our field events, they add events that are good for us. And I just want to make sure that we continue this quest to win conference because it's our goal to make sure that every freshman that came this year wins conference their entire 4 years.
And seeing that you guys already won indoor, you said your outdoors program built as it right now, do you feel like outdoors is yours for the taking?
Well, we're defending champions in the outdoor conference meet from last year, but we lose two big guys, and the guys that we lose, they're in the events that would have had more benefit too. So we have to overcome that. But I think that it's going to be a unique challenge for us, a challenge that we can meet. We only have right now 5 sprinters, technically 4 that are totally healthy. So those 4 sprinters are going to have to be basically in 3 events, the 100, 200, and 4x1, and then only 2 quarter milers to add into the mix. So we're really working with 6 people and 4 events, and that's a lot of work for those 6 people. But they're up to the task. We knew that, they knew that, they asked to meet that challenge, and I'm sure they'll do it.
Houston Track and Field brought home the indoor championships in the winter, and they hope to complete the conference sweep in a couple of weeks. But up first, relays in Pennsylvania and California will test their merits against tough competition.
My expectation is to win it. I have a lot of great coaching from Carl, and so I've been working on my 200 and my 100, so I want to win it. I want to go out there. I don't want to say a time because I just want to go out there and win it, really. No time involved.
So you got a couple injuries that had to deal with recently with Cameron and Tremont and whatnot. But you guys still got a lot of point scorers out there. You feel like you're still going to be able to make a lot of noise coming up in conference and whatnot?
Yeah, that's what we prepared for. We won conference indoor without those guys, so I feel as though we can win conference outdoor without them also. We just need people to step up like they did in indoor and outdoor, and then we can come out with the W. I usually just go out there and do what I need to do and execute. I wouldn't necessarily say I need to hit a number. I just feel as though I would say compete with these guys, but I feel as though I've been training, so I want to beat them really. So that's really my riches. Just go out there and win, more so than just worry about everybody else in the time.
Okay, and I talked to Carl earlier, and he was talking about building the program. He said he wanted a lot of the guys, of course you're not a freshman, but he said a lot of the freshmen that he wanted in, he said he wanted them to win conference, indoor and outdoor, all 4 years they're here. So I'm assuming the same thing for you the rest of your time here. He's pretty much saying anything less than that is going to be sort of a disappointment. Is that your mindset coming in?
Yeah, really that is, because that's all he's been saying. Yeah, that's all he's been talking about, the freshmen coming in. So when they come in, they're coming to a championship program. So we're going to expect nothing less but to win conference, and then they're going to be heavy point scorers when they're coming already coming into our conference. So when they come in, we expect to win every single one from here on out.
For a team built for the outdoor season, their true goals are a couple weeks away.
Now, when I come in, I have a number in mind. I'm not really too much worried about the place. I'm really worried about touching a number that fits in my head and my coach's head. Because if I know that I hit that right number, I know that the right place is going to come. Everything's going to come into place. So right now, I think the most important thing right now is just trying to get the nationals. I mean, conference is going to happen, and you know, hopefully we come out there, we throw deep, we have fun, we compete. But right now, everybody's focus is on nationals. I feel like I've been performing to the best of my ability right now. I actually found some things that I like about myself when I throw, and I just try to keep it consistent. I think the more we stay consistent, the more places we go to compete, the better the competition is, the further my throws will be.
Thank you, Cameron. It looks like Coach Lewis and Coach Burrell have the team in a good position to succeed. Houston will be back competing at Mount SAC Relays in Walnut, California on the 17th and 18th. Moving now to men's baseball. After dropping their first 2 series of the Young Conference, the Cougs bounced back to take a series win over Tulane 2-1. Houston will be looking to continue their good rhythm when they host Cincinnati in a 3-game home series from April 17th to the 19th. Tennis continued their recent dominance on Senior Day as Houston swept number 70 SMU to cap off a record-setting season. Additionally, Houston registered their first undefeated conference season of more than 2 games in school history, going 7-0 in American play. Head coach Patrick Sullivan also set some personal records, achieving 54 wins in his first 3 seasons with Houston, tallying yet another school record. Houston's blowout win over SMU was representative of the entire record-setting season for the Cougs. In her final home outing of her career, senior Elena Cordelemai came out on top in her single and double matches. Pure dominance by Houston on the court saw Cougars maintain their winning streak and send the seniors out in style. With their 7-0 conference going on the season, Houston Tennis earned the top-seeded position in the AAC Championship, which will take place this weekend in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Houston will receive a first-round bye and face off against the winner of UConn, East Carolina, in their quarterfinals. The matches can be seen live on streamingtennis.com. Spring practice has been productive for Houston football as the team adjusts to new schemes and coaches. In the second of 3 spring scrimmages, defense again reigned supreme, picking up the win with a modified scoring system designed for offense versus defense games. Linebackers Matthew Adams and Luke Stice led the Houston in tackles with 9 and 8 respectively, while Stice also recorded a tackle for loss. Adrian McDonald showed off his skills in the secondary, picking off a pass. Greg Ward was effective from the pocket as he completed 14 to 18 passes for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. Khalid Kakuma and Javon Webb led Houston in rushing, each rushing more than 40 yards, with Webb racking up 2 touchdowns. The third and final spring scrimmage will be the red and white game this Saturday at the TDECU Stadium. Houston football also recently announced some news that should get all Cougar fans excited. Houston and Rice have agreed to renew the Battle of the Bayou Bucket and will play a home-and-home series in 2017 and 2018. When the Cougars and Owls finally meet again, it will be for the first time since the 2013-14 season. The first game in the renewed rivalry will take place on September 30th, 2017 at the TDECU Stadium. With this announcement, Houston adds yet another matchup to their out-of-conference schedules for both the 2017 and 2018 seasons, which already feature matchups with Texas Tech and Arizona. Finally, a topping-off ceremony took place for the new Basketball Development Center. Players and coaches from both the men's and women's team were present at the ceremony commemorating a big day in the development of the new training facility. It is expected that the facility will open up this fall, helping the teams to prepare for the next season. Remember, Coug fans, to keep up with all things UH sports, watch our episodes every Friday morning at 10 on CougTV.com. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/inthegameuh or twitter.com/inthegame_UH. I'm VANESSA, ONYEKWERE, reminding you, don't just sit there, get in the game.